Like they're not getting, it's not engaging with the audience like they want it to. Those are
Yep.
those would be like symptoms of, like, if that's you, if you're hearing that, then you might just not have your marketing strategy in
Yeah,
place
here's a good one.
first.
So let's say you're running an ad. So you're running an ad like in a directory for your city directory where it's going to be mailed only to residents. It's not going to be mailed to, commercial properties. This is a resident directory. Okay, well, if you put an ad up that says roofing, like here's our logo, here's our phone number, here's our manufacturer certifications, and then commercial roofing, flat roofing, metal roofing, shingle roofing, that's probably not talking to the right person, because when you open that flyer up and you see, there's playground sets, there's things like that, they're speaking to, this is going to families. You need to write an ad that's going to talk to families. Sure, maybe somebody living there is a commercial property manager and they see it, but the odds are most of the people that open that up, it's a person that owns a house in the neighborhood and they're going to be thinking, I need a shingle roof only. They're not thinking about these other items. And so you should really drive your messaging on that to that person so that when they open this up, there's a better chance they're going to call you versus, oh, I don't see something that I engage with. It's just a bunch of things about roofing. So,
Yeah, then that makes perfect sense. Like, and that's, it doesn't seem like it's, I mean, it seems like it's some work, but it's not like a massive undertaking to do this, right? it's
mm,
it's it's a, you mentioned it, like it's one page, right, that you're filling out.
yep. Yeah,
What
this
is
is,
that? Can you kind of
I've got
walk
a,
us through some of it? Like,
yeah,
what, give
so,
us some
well,
examples.
So I've got a stack of books too, because I feel like it's always like I started, it's all self-taught. Like I didn't really pay people. I didn't have a marketing background. And so I used things that people either referred to me, I found. But this is the book. It's called The One Page Marketing Plan by Alan Dibb. Basically, it's a 9 block like sequence that you go through, and it walks you through every part of the journey that your customer is going to be on. And so it's starts with the idea of who is this person you're trying to sell to, and get very specific, like put a name to them, put an age to them. So if you've never created the customer avatar before, it's going to walk you through that, help you figure out what's the emotions that they face along this journey. And then it's like, okay, I know who it is. Well, what's the messaging I'm going to use to reach them? How am I going to talk about this? And so it gives some examples, like if you're going to instant roof quote for me, like that's it. That was a huge source of business for us. And so what we realized I like using this example, is my ideal customer for who's going to use the instant roof quote tool is likely a mom that lives in the suburbs of some specific neighborhoods in the Detroit metro region where we're at. Her biggest fear that she faces in the journey is usually stress, because she's fearful that she's going to be either taken advantage of, or it's something where it's just so many unknowns in the process that she is always going into these appointments stressed out, a little cautious. And so it's like, okay, I know that's her fear. What can I do along the way to solve that primary fear for her? And so it's like, hey, we worked on creating a message. What's my message to her? And so the one page marketing plan for the messaging part's good, but there's another book, and I shout out the Contractor Dynamics people. They sent this to me, Marketing Made Simple by Donald Miller. The story brand is really, really good for crafting an elevator pitch for people. And so in this case, that homeowner, it's like, hey, you know how roofers always want to take a bunch of your time, only to throw out some astronomical quote and then high pressure pitch you into trying to close that day. Well, we've partnered with a developer that allows us to give you an instant roof quote tool in less than 60 seconds, and then you can follow up with us and talk to us when you're ready. And so it's something where you can craft a message that you speak to a problem that she has, and then a solution that you provide without having to sell something to it. It's like, hey, here's a solution I've got for you. Once you figure out that message, then you think through, where am I going to put this message? So, okay, so we've got this message. Is it Google Ads? Probably not.